Jai Hind to all. Today I will be telling you about how Mr. Ajit Doval became the Ajit Doval. Now, before I begin, I would like to tell you who is Mr. Doval. Mr. Doval was born on 20th January 1945 and is the fifth and current National Security Advisor to the Prime Minister of India. He previously served as the Director of Intelligence Bureau from the year 2004 to the year 2005. He is also regarded as an instrumental figure in the removal of Article 370 and 35A from Jammu and Kashmir. He is a retired member from the Indian Police Service, Kerala Cadre 1968 batch. He has exceptional knowledge in the field of national security and is considered as one of the most knowledgeable experts in the particular field. He is the mastermind behind the Balakot airstrikes, surgical strikes, and many other military actions like this. An exceptional spy and has very good skill in the art of negotiation. And you will know why am I telling this in the later part of the video. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. Now, before I continue in this video, I would like to tell you that about which things am I going to talk in this video. Today I will be telling you about how Mr. Ajit Doval contributed in the Operation Black Thunder 2 and won a Kirti Chakra for his gallantry. This was first gallantry award to be awarded to a policeman. First of all, I would like to give you a backdrop of this operation so that you can get the details of what I am going to tell and you will get my point. Let me take you to the Punjab of 1980s. The whole state was on the boil because of the Sikh separatist movement which is known as Khalistan movement. This movement aimed in making Punjab a separate country for the Sikhs exclusively. The terror attacks were a common occurrence in this time period. Terrorists attacked various places and then some of them took shelter inside the Golden Temple. Gradually, they started building up their arsenal with deadly weapons such as AK-47s, sniper rifles, grenades. At that time, Mrs. Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India. She decided to stop this by and thus launched an army-based operation codenamed as Operation Blue Star. This was This was a successful operation, but the collateral damage was too high, and due to the collateral damage, the sentiments of the Sikh community was hurt. And 5 months later, on 31st of October 1984, Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated by her two bodyguards, Binat Singh and Satwant Singh, as an act of vengeance, and her son, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, took over. Once Mr. Gandhi came into the power, the terror attacks started intensifying, and thus Mr. Gandhi decided to stop these attacks. But he could not afford to repeat the mistake done by his mother, and thus he gave charge to the Intelligence Bureau for this for stopping this movement. At that time, the Intelligence Bureau was being headed by Mr. R.K. Narayanan, and Mr. Doval was the operations chief. He decided that he would go inside the Golden Temple and as a terrorist sent by the Pakistani Foreign Intelligence Agency ISI or the Inter Services Intelligence, because Khalistan movement was being backed by the ISI secretly to destabilize India's. He went inside the temple and and started brainwashing the militants, asking them to surrender or else more damage would be inflicted upon their shrine, and told them that surrendering is a is the best option available to them right now because these soldiers might crack down inside the temple and cause damage to their property. He saw two militants who did not want to surrender. Actually, there were many militants, but he could identify two of them. The two militants he who didn't want to surrender were neutralized, and he started identifying many other militants who didn't want to surrender. 3 days later, on 9th of May 1988, he came back, and that very day, a team of NSG commandos arrived Punjab. Mr. Dawal briefed the commandos about what was ahead and what did the terrorists have, how many terrorists were inside, which terrorists wanted to surrender and which terrorists didn't want to, and what type of weapons do they have. Now, this operation was codenamed as Operation Black Thunder 2. It officially began or initiated on the date of 9th May 1988. The water, food, and electricity was cut off. The NSG snipers took their positions around the temple, which were good vantage points, and started firing recklessly at anyone who tried to come out of the temple. They neutralized many leaders who didn't want to surrender, and thus this demotivated the terrorists who wanted to surrender or considered surrendering as a possible option. Now, as the terrorists were inside the temple without food, without water and electricity, they were restricted to the Khalistan office. And anyone who tried to come outside the building was being fired from the NSG commandos. Now, it was just a waiting game. And 9 days later, on 18th of May 1988, the district commissioner, Mr. Sarabjit Singh, made repetitive announcements on the loudspeaker asking them to surrender. And after many such appeals, some militants surrendered, but the others preferred to die by consuming cyanide, a better option. According to the official statement, around 200 militants surrendered, while 40 of them died by consuming cyanide. Within these 40 militants, there was a name which was very familiar within the uh, Khalistani community, Karak Singh, a very hardcore militant who was very merciless, had consumed cyanide and died, but not fired a round. Now I would like to conclude this video. For this operation, Mr. Doval was later awarded the Kirti Chakra, which is equivalent to the Mahavir Chakra in peacetime. This is the second highest military honor, which was given to only military personnel during that time, but for his extreme valor and courage was awarded this award in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Now, I would like to ask you a question. Does Mr. Doval deserve lofty titles such as Super Spy or James Bond of India? It's up to you, but I would like to give my opinion on this thing. According to me, he truly deserves it because a spy who negotiates in such a manner that even the most hardcore terrorists die by consuming cyanide but not firing at the security forces or surrendering. This is what we call true art of negotiation. A spy should be like water. Wherever it is put, it should dissolve. Now, this was it for the video. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.